Alright then, hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing another CTF challenge, and this one's going to be called uwuctf, which was part of amateur CTF, which happened I think about 2 weeks ago. So most of the services are down at the moment, but there is, I guess I'll give them a shout out, there is right now currently a public open GitHub repository. I'll link this down below so you guys can give it a try. And also, before I start the video as well, I'll have my Hackbox links down below in which you guys were able to get a discount through Hackbox through me because I'm currently an affiliate with it. And let's continue with this video. So I set up the service using Docker, and that's why you see localhost and then port 8082. And the very first thing we notice right away is this site that says uwuctf as a service, uwu many documents at a time, and then we see a link. So that's the very first thing I do. I click on it, and we'll see multiple texts available to us, along with how to use this. So first thing I do is just copy this, I guess, route, and then just paste it right here. And then it says we could put any file. So let's just put in the java.txt just for an example. And we see that most of it is converted to an uwu type of language. So from my understanding, this seems to be an LFI. And if you guys know what an LFI is, let's just Google it real quick. Local file inclusion, which is, what is an LFI? It's an attack technique in which an attacker tricks a web application in either running or exposing a file on a web service. But in this case, let's see, if we go back and then just copy this, I think if we were just to put nothing, we said no source provided, so we need some type of source for us. So LFI, let's just look at payloads real quick. LFI payloads. Let's check out one of these, see what happens. No hacking, so I guess if there's like seems to be on their end, there seems to be some kind of code to watch out for this kind of stuff. So let's just keep on looking. So just copy this. Yeah, so there seems to be some kind of filtration against these type of things. But luckily for us, there's source code given, so we don't have to do that much guessing for the most part. All we could do is just look at the source code. So this is a source code that it comes with initially. It comes with a Docker file and public and index.js, which is like one of the first things we look at. And looking at the index.js, we see the uwuctf path. We see the directory path that usually happens at the beginning if we go on directory. But I guess what fascinated us most is this uwuctf path. So if we look at this, if it includes // or starts with hyphen, you get no hacking. So we got to find a way to bypass this, so we don't have to use this certain. We have to find a way to bypass, I guess, this // That's what I'm understanding, because right now we only have access to certain files, and the certain files that I'm guessing we have access to is this Cowspeak, Java, Linux, Xeon, Python, all this. So if we go back right here, all this simply does is cat whatever path it's given. That's all it does, and the only filtration is the // and /. That's basically all it does. So if you guys are like, I guess, Linux or know your Linux commands, there is a way to bypass this, because there's a way to bypass this. So we're not allowed hyphen, no hacking, // or / equals, because we get no hacking. But yeah, like I said before, if you guys know your Linux commands, because if you go cd .. back, it just takes you one step back because if you go pwd current directory, and if you go back to cd and pwd, we're in home yanad. And if we do cd ... it changes back to home, not pwd. So we go back one, home and home yanad. So we went back one, eliminate yanad, and we went back to home. So we're not allowed ... let's see, cd, we're not allowed to do that either. But you know what's a strange thing? I guess most people forget that you could do the tilde. So if we do this, cd tilde, and then we do pwd, we're back in home yanad. And if we go back, pwd, we're at home. And if we do cd this, and then do pwd, we're at home yanad. So see how we went back to our home directory? So what tilde does, it just sends you back to the home directory. So we could use this for our advantage, because if we go back right here and we put a tilde sign, it passes through and we get a certain thing. We get home node is a directory. And if we go back to, I guess, the Docker file, go back to the, I guess, provide source code, and then we cat the Docker file in our case. And if you look at the, I guess, the Docker file, we get home node app, home node app public, home node app text. So I'm guessing, for my understanding, we're currently in the text file. That's the only thing we could open up. But right now we went all the way back to home node. If we look, yeah, home node. So we can just check if there's a flag file in each one of them. So let's check if there's a flag file right here on this one, on home node. So in home node flat.txt, there's no such file directory. So let's just keep checking. So node, home node, there's nothing. Let's check app. Let's check app. Oh, when is that? And boom, we get the flag. But there's something that seems to be weird about this flag. It seems to be in, I guess, in uwu style. So we need to find a way to uwify this. I'll leave that up to you guys, but for the most part, this is basically it for this challenge. It's just basically knowing about this little tilde sign and reading a little bit of source code for the most part. But I guess that's about it for my end. And like I said before, I'm still new to, I guess, the new YouTube game, so I might be a little bit nervous when doing these challenges, but that's about it. And peace.